Dickie Williams led the 54 Lions, and they were the first team ever to fly. Ken Trail, who'd also been on the last tour to sail in 1950, remembers the journey.
I'd got him in a plane once, and that was to Isle of Man or Jersey or somewhere like that, and everybody was a bit scared, and I always remember it was a Constellation, and where they're doing it now in 22 hours flying time, it took 3.5 days. And we stopped in Rome, and we stopped in Cairo, got off the plane, had a wash, a shower and a meal, got back on the plane. By that time, 1 or 2 players were complaining of their ankles swelling.
Great Britain had retained the Ashes with a 2-1 home series win in 1952 and were in buoyant mood by the time of the traditional pre-tour photo call at the Sydney Cricket Ground. Men like Lewis Jones, captured then by the camera, can today see the pictures hanging on rugby club walls wherever the game is played, a marvellous way of tickling the memory. One of the off-the-field highlights was meeting Dally Messenger, the legendary Australian player of the first tours to England 50 years earlier, who kicked off in a country game. Ernie Ashcroft captained the tourists in the first test in Sydney. The teams were introduced to the usual posse of dignitaries, and 65,000 settled down for a long-awaited duel. The British team included 5 new caps: Lewis Jones, Peter Jackson, Ray Price, Jack Wilkinson and Nat Silcock. It turned out to be a strange sort of game. For much of it, the sides were level. Provan scored first for Australia. Amazingly, Pidding missed the simplest of goal kicks. But then the tourists hit back quite spectacularly. They badly needed a try, and when it came, it certainly had the few British fans in the crowd on their feet. Ken Trail's reverse pass got the Australians on the hop. Dave Valentine made the break, and at his shoulder there was Nat Silcock, away on a glory dash to the line. What a try! Australia were quick to respond though, as if stung into action. They carried the game again to Great Britain. And it was Keith Holman's pass that enabled O'Shea to cross near the posts. So it was backs to the wall again for the touring team. They did manage to repel most of Australia's raids, and they were to come again themselves like real good uns in the next few minutes. Jerry Helm and Ray Price were involved in the build-up, and there was Phil Jackson to go over. Real cause for celebration, and justifiable too. And further joy from the boot of Lewis Jones as he pops over the conversion, 10-10. And it was 12-12 with only 25 minutes to go, but suddenly the game ran away for gallant Great Britain. They'd soaked up a lot of pressure, but were somehow helpless when Duncan Hall threaded his way through to dive over. In a similar move, Australia took the game right out of Britain's reach. One man was held just short of the line. But there was no stopping Pidding as he crashed over. Australia really on top now, and a flowing passing move is about to tear Britain apart. Just watch the ball move now. Right along the line, and at the end of it all there's a try for winger Carlson. He tries to get in as close to the sticks as possible to help his goal kicker Pidding, who ends the day with 8 goals to go with his try. He sensed deja vu as the ball is again whipped along the line, but this time centre McCaffrey checks and then finds an alternative route to the try line. It's turning into a rout now, and Ken McCaffrey has a field day against the tiring tourists. This is his 2nd try. It's Australia's 7th. And the scoreboard tells the story. Britain even lose points at the final whistle, but that's the correct score. It's Australia 37, Great Britain 12.